Hey guys, what's up? It's Melanie. Today we're going to make over this old French provincial bed. We're going to turn it into something a little bit more modern and get it into some little girl's home so she can love it for a very long time. So let's get started in the funnest spot, which is the biggest area. So we're going to use White Swan and Skeleton Key. I'm going to be using this Wise Owl brush, and of course my most favorite, this is the Klingon S50. Of course, we've got some water here in the water bottle. And yep, here we go. I wanted this piece to have a soft blended look, so we're going to start with White Swan at the top. My Klingon S50 is my #1 go-to brush. I always get really good coverage with very little brush strokes. We're working that Skeleton Key starting at the bottom, and we're going to move it up and start blending it into that White Swan. Just pulled out another Klingon. It was clean and dry, so I gave it a little spritz with the water. That will help me blend those two colors together. When I do my blending, I really just work those two colors together, getting a transition color and eliminating any harsh lines. For our legs, we're going to go ahead and do both colors on them. We're going to start with Skeleton Key. Thought it'd be fun to give her some little black shoes and little black dress. I'm so happy that I sell Iron Orchid Design's products. This mold here is just a wonderful one. We're going to go ahead and use the IOD clay and make some molds so we can add a little bit more interest to that bare headboard. Use this little bracket that I got at the hardware store to remove my excess clay, but you can use anything, a spatula, a credit card, whatever you have handy, as long as it has a flat surface. You just want to drag it across and get off the excess, leaving a very crisp line around your mold. You have all your excess moved off, go ahead and flip it over and roll back your mold. That will release your mold and you'll have it ready to go. By cutting off the end of both of these at an angle, I'll be able to fit them together almost seamlessly. Now these are still wet and flexible. I'm going to go ahead and paint them with White Swan. Using a small artist brush will really help you to get into all those little details of your mold. I just bought a brand new bottle of white Gorilla Glue, and boy, this stuff works great. Measured where halfway was on my headboard and drew a little line there. Now I'm going to go ahead and start placing my molds in a semicircle, kind of like an oval. I'm going to use painter's tape to hold them down, being that this is on a vertical headboard. That way they don't slide while they dry. Although my bed is made to have a canopy, it is missing its canopy support. which is okay because it's pretty dated if you remember the ones that they had with the big arch in the middle. So we're gonna go ahead and cut some poles for it. I'm gonna use this drill bit and make a hole that's the same size as the plug of the hole of the top of the canopy. And then we're going to paint those white also. I'm going to be using Iron Orchid Design's ink in charcoal. I'm going to apply some to my ink pad and use my brayer. I'm going to fully load my brayer and apply that ink to the center of this stamp. This stamp is called Kindest Regards, and it has a wonderful love note on it. We're going to take that stamp and hold it straight right in the middle of our molds. We're going to use our fingers and kind of just tickle it around, holding it steady the whole time so it doesn't slide sideways. Then we'll pull it off and we have a nice crisp image. Let's go ahead and give this whole bed a couple coats of Big Top. It's super easy to use, it doesn't yellow, and you don't get streaking. So we have it all done. Here we go. So this is the fun part. You remember we made these boards. We've got a hole in each end so we can get them up here. To make this canopy, we're just going to take our drapes and put them on. So I think this is super fun because imagine your little girl. She could totally have them drawn and feel like she was in a nice, cool little princess bed hiding, or you can pull them back and get that elegant look to them. Tell me in the comments below if you had this bed when you were a little girl. I know I did, or something very similar. Actually, now that I think about it, mine was pink lace and it was very, very frilly and a bit gaudy. And that's it. Here we go. You got a cute little girl's canopy bed. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and I'll see you soon.